Hello, friends. We are back with another story, and today the story is about the unexplainable creatures moving around the forest. In many countries, government built a task force to find out the unexplainable phenomena happening in the jungle. So, me and my four teammates began to work on this, and our team project name was Project Air. Our primary objective to study unexplainable phenomena and report back to the federal government. And we set up whatever we are needed, the camera, the weapons, and some radars. Our team currently resides inside an underground bunker in Yellowstone National Park. Everyone know about but no one able to locate it, and it's better to not to. The location of the creature was discovered 1 year ago by local hikers. A young couple report about it. The government focus has been reinforcing the construction of the underground facility, containment of the creature, and study it as much as they can. The hikers were led to a dwelling where they found a trail of an animal carcasses, and the trail ended up at a location between two pine trees, and there was a hole between the trees around 10 feet deep, and the diameter was 15 meters. The discovery was reported when the girlfriend made a distress call to the local park ranger, and they also claimed that they smelled the sweetest aroma coming from the inside. As the boyfriend attempted to remove her from the area, she reportedly became violent and hectic, escaping from his grip, and she sprinted in the hole, turned up to smile at her partner, and gracefully fell backward into the darkness of the cave. The boyfriend reportedly ran forward and heard his girlfriend's body hit the cave floor, and he heard the sound of a horse. It seems he's laughing and coming below from the cave. When the local rangers found this, they report us and call us for the help with containments. We received an initial briefing that depicts a horrifying creature dwelling in the cave. Thus began the construction of the bunker and the containment process. The creature we have been dealing with is far more sinister in nature than anything I have ever seen or studied. One solid conclusion is that being is otherworldly. Whatever it is invisible to all video recordings, both digital and the film. The live footage shows the cave as completely empty and all recorded file was corrupted. Containing the beast was nearly impossible. We eventually trapped it by sealing the entrance. Our team then drilled our own opening, the barricade with the steel blast door. There are only a few humans who have seen it with their eyes. A retired marshal known as Mark was the first. It was the first day of Project Air when we lost him. Mark entered the cave around 9 a.m. in Tuesday morning, and a massive steel door was quickly shut behind him. He immediately began to complain of heat, claiming the temperature was unbearable. The facility thermometer showed the cave at 55 centigrade. He complaining he is feeling the heat wave and it's following him. After several minutes of silence, Mark's voice was boomed out in the intercom speaker. Let us out! How can you people so blind? Please let us out. Mark, what is it? Tell us what you see. He hissed a response. Worthless swines, all of you, let us out right now. Mark was staring directly at the center of the cave as interior light rapidly dropped. For a moment, creature showed itself for the first time on film. We saw an outline of dark humanoid being sitting on a ground, crossed leg with one hand in the air and resting at his side. Mark began to move out of the frame, back towards the entrance. The video feed cut out. A rapid whisper came through the speakers and sounded like 100 voices in unison. Our team sat in silence waiting for something. Anything. The silence was interrupted by three loud knocks from the other side of the door. Our defense unit got into position, rifle aimed at the door as it was opened. To our relief, a seemingly unharmed Mark crossed his threshold and stood in the open doorway. Our relief turned into horror. It was his eyes. I can still picture them. The image forever burned in my mind. His eyes were a black canvas of white, absence of iris and pupils. Two steady streams of blood ran from his tear ducts down to his cheeks, creating two crimson puddles on the stone floor. He just stood there, silent and unblinking. We were shocked, unsure of what to do or say. He broke the silence again. It can smell us. It's hungry. He said in a whisper and he raised the pistol to his temple. It wasn't the shot that frightened us the most or the explosion of gore that painted the walls behind him. What horrified us the most was the massive jet black, three fingered hand that pulled Mark light into the cave just before the blast door was slammed shut. I will never forget the sound of tearing flesh. All records of Mark was deleted. Even a personal email chain between us was erased without my consent or knowledge. From the evidence we have gathered, the creature seems to be stealing human senses. The reason I'm telling this story to the world because I genuinely believe it is too late. Three more caves have been discovered, all with 10-foot openings and a trail of dead animals leading them. We have no idea how many more there are.